One really funny thing about this. I have the game set to game, or I'm streaming this through game capture in OBS. When I have the game highlighted, all text is normal, but when I click outside the window, it does this. And I have no idea why. Like everything, I have it set to full window. Maybe that's oh jeez. Oh, but if I set it to windowed, of course it yeah, it must be something. I guess it's, if I have it full screened, clicking outside of it minimizes it and all that. So that's probably why. Both of these are not great in terms of resolution. This one is slightly too big. This one I feel is slightly too small. But how do I want to deal with this? I don't know. Is there no... Dramatically pause in the end of the loop? Yes. Don't want battle pause at all. Crap. Wait, is this... Oh, I thought it looked kind of like a percentage at first, like 2% with 3%, but no, it's an X. Really weird looking X though. Like it doesn't connect here. I don't know what CRT shader is. Oh, whatever. I've played the demo of this and that's it, so I know a bit of what's going on. I love this pixel art, by the way. I follow one of the artists. I have followed them for a long time. I think they like make their pixel art in Paint or something like that, which is really impressive in a way. Like this one, this character, I think is one of the ones they made. And they make all of their pixel art with just a handful of colors, like a dozen tops, pretty much. So like, this character right here, you can see that this brown color is actually, I believe, this brown. And then this white is the same white as the whites of the eye. And then like you can see the gray and lighter grays appear everywhere else on the character. So like this character is like you've got 4 colors here, but then they appear sort of up here as well, right? So it's really impressive work. I don't know what else they made though, because there were I think two other artists on this game. I imagine they split the work. So, and one of the other artists had a similar-ish style, so we'll see how much I can recognize. Yes. Yes. Keep weapon. Rat wolf. I'm sorry, I'm staring at art again. Forest, I guess up here, rock over here or something. Right, and you can see resources up here by clicking this. I'm unsure what this 2 means with this white circle. I also love the, I guess, lore, or like the idea of this game where you have to remember things in order for them to exist. Boom. You've beaten this annoying tutorial. Meadow, I'll save that. Meadow is heal at the start of each day. Spider cocoon spawns spiders. You kind of want to put stuff near the camp. I guess I'll show why later. Slide down a Meadow here. Rocks give you more HP if you stack them next to each other. mountains do the same thing, but they give way more HP. They don't give any base HP, but they give a lot more for adjacency. I still need a weapon. So this might not go so well. Oh, there you go. Vampire Mansion adds vampires to battles. Road Lantern is really useful. It just makes puts a limit to how many creatures can spawn on a single tile. Normally it's 4, and then one additional monster can be added to that 4. So if I put this Road Lantern here, that means there can be a maximum of 3 spiders here. And if I put a Vampire Mansion next to it, then it can be a maximum of 3 spiders plus 1 vampire. I think I'm gonna wait with this though, because I'm not particularly strong yet. Another VoD Lantern. I'm just gonna stack these here, I think. Stack that there, and then I can fight a spider as soon as I enter the camp, which happens to also heal you. I'm trying to figure out if I can recognize this. I think it's the same person who made this art. I'm unsure. I think I've seen it before. I can't tell. Vampires in this game are not good people, but I guess we'll see. I guess I'll show it later. Yeah. So they were like helpful, kind of. Defense attack speed sounds good. I can do more mountains. Let's get these groves going earlier. They give you sticks, or stable branches, I should say, when you walk through them, but they can also spawn rat wolves, which I can avoid by that there. I can avoid fighting rat wolves and still collect sticks on the first go around by placing them in front of me. the treasury. You have to surround it on all 8 sides. And then it explodes into loot. Beacon increases move speed and also gives attack speed. Let's plunk it down here. It gives that to both you and the mobs that you're fighting. Put a cemetery there, hope that I get the bonus for walking through there. Meadow, guess we'll put it down here maybe. And start to make progress towards this. Taking a lot of damage. Oblivion lets you delete anything on the map. Which can be helpful in some cases. I mean, that's a lot of HP. Can't really say no to that. And a goblin camp spawned, which spawns for every 10 mountain or rock tiles that you place. OCK tiles, that's not right. Is this another case of full screen mode? No, that's just wrong. Does it? No. Oh, I have to hover over it, of course. But what happens if I do this? No, it still doesn't want to. So that's a misspell. That's so strange though. So an OR space and space R. Space OR space R is missing. And there's a new line instead. Maybe somebody fat fingered it, I don't know. That's so weird though. Battlefields spawn chests at the start of each loop, so you kind of want to place them near the start so that you can get the chest earlier. If I place it here, then a vampire will spawn with it. If the chest spawns on this tile, which I believe it does. Also, anything on the... if you fight within the radius of one of these, then the enemies can turn into ghosts. I kind of want to get rid of the goblin camp because it's just difficult mobs that don't really give very good loot. And I'm really low HP. It's not impossible for me to die before getting back to the camp again. I have basically no sustain except for this HP per day thing. Oh, I should have put that down here. Oh, whatever. It probably doesn't matter. Same logic here. I place the grove in front of me, so I get the stick without having to fight anything for it. I'm not getting any loot. It's close to getting to a new day. I could retreat now and keep 60% of my resources. If I manage to get through this, then I guess we have a slime coming up, so let's see what the slime drops, if anything, before I make a decision. Counter chance, but I traded defense for it, and defense is quite good. I believe the skeleton is kind of a difficult enemy. And I'm gonna fight a... no, I'm not fighting a vampire. It's not gonna get to a new day. Let's just risk it and see what happens. We do have quite a bit of damage. Might be able to do this. 21 damage, no. Almost, but not quite. So I only keep 30, but that's fine. And like, again, with the art, really, I really love that how well they make use of so few colors. Like, you can see hints of blue here that happens to appear down here. And then the eyes are like the exact same color as this, right? And then you can see this grayish color on the neck, which appears, I believe it's just like this color, or it might be, no, these two are the same. I'm not sure. Like, it's really good. Yoda. And we get some starting resources that we can use to build things. Field Kitchen gives extra healing power to Campfire, and the Blood Grow card, which I will be using. Let's put the kitchen over this way. I'm again looking at character art, sorry. You have like this blue. I don't see where the blue appears elsewhere on the characters. They may have just chosen a blue color for the heck of it. Or perhaps it's from a color palette, and that blue appears on other characters as well. Now you can edit the deck. I find the Spider Cocoon to not be very useful and the Blood Grove to be very useful. I find the Vampire Mansion to be kind of pointless unless you have cards to combo with it, because it just makes battles more difficult, and for now anyway, and doesn't do anything else to help out. Blood Grove, you can place it near a forest on the road. Yeah, near a forest, and it has this effect where it kills things that are low on HP. Which is quite good. You can see various stats here. 0 to 1 abilities on enemies, less strength on enemies, less growth per loop. 10 is the max resources, warrior class. Extra damage the longer the fight lasts, so you kind of want to last as long as possible. You're gonna get damage anyway, so you can focus on survivability. But survivability is not particularly good stat against anything other than these normal mobs. Like HP regen isn't very good in battles, for example. And there are bosses in this game, so they hit quite hard, so 0.6 regen is barely anything at all. Now that I have Blood Grove, I actually have to care a bit more about where I place things. So I think I will place the Grove here with the idea of putting a Blood Grove there. I wish for a mountain somewhere. There we go, Blood Grove. So now all of these tiles have the cool effect. Eight tiles there, 7 there. This is a lot of coverage though. I think I'm gonna put it there, even though it technically doesn't do much right now. 94 HP, why not? Put that there. Let's put the... I want to fill up some spaces here near the campfire. Has more coverage there, so that's a lot of cards. More cemeteries here, I guess. I guess I can start working on this treasury. Another blood grove, which I will probably put near the campsite. The road lantern is quite good. I think I'll just put it here actually. Battlefield, can put that here, I think is probably good. Actually, yeah. So now I'll get a treasure chest the moment I get out of there. Get out of the camp and start a new loop. Guess there. These meadows give 2 HP at the start of each day if they don't have a different tile of terrain next to it. So you kind of don't want to put them like this, where they don't have any different tiles near them. Cemetery there would actually be helpful. Now I'm kind of stuck. Level 3 shield is most certainly better than a level 1 shield. This is most certainly better than level 1 armor. Trade 13 evasion for extra damage and vamp. I'm not really in need of sustain right now, so I'll keep the evasion. Evasion is more useful against the boss later on. Defense, because the boss hits for a lot of damage, defense usually doesn't matter much. Same goes for regen, same goes for vamp, because you usually don't have much damage in comparison to the boss. So usually evasion and counter are the best stats for it. Although you do need some vamp just to have a little bit of extra sustain, I guess. I guess it becomes better with a warrior because you gain extra damage as the fight progresses. Level 2 sword, most certainly better than a level 1 sword. It's like double damage. I guess 50% more damage as you start with some. I want to put this here, I think. Yeah, I want lanterns near this. Lose some counter, lose the evasion, gain a bunch of other stats. Sure, why not? This bar, by the way, is the map completion bar, I guess. And when that fills up, you summon the boss. Level 4 axe certainly better than level 2 sword. Oblivion, I don't really need to play that now. Okay, when you do a 3x3 of rocks and or mountains, you get this special mountain. It gives you a bunch more HP compared to the smaller ones, and also give you a bonus for adjacent mountain and rock tiles. But it comes with a downside that it also spawns harpies. But this is generally worth it, I think. The harpies aren't all that difficult to fight, so... I'll trade some evasion for 7 AoE damage, that seems good. Counter shield, less HP on this one, but it has even more AoE. So now I'm looking for mountain pieces to put here to complete the treasury. I can put another battlefield here to get another chest here. You don't want to overlap the battlefields because they make some road tiles that become dangerous. And that's not good. Actually, there should be a goblin camp somewhere now, right? Yeah. Let's delete that. Now that this is completed, it's going to give me some extra cards and gear and stuff, which is quite handy. That's 2 large stats compared to some smaller ones. I think the one I have right now is better. Trade all damage for defense and regen, probably not worth it. I'll put another road lantern like right here, I think, just to reduce the number of skeletons that can spawn here. They're otherwise quite dangerous. This, I think, has to go here. Makes most sense. I don't want to put this beacon there because I want a mountain to sit there. I definitely want the attack speed buff on the camp because it doesn't affect the boss, it only affects me. also wanted a Blood Grove near the boss area. The cull effect does affect me as well, but it doesn't actually cull me, it just stuns me, I think, is how that worked. But the boss being on 15% HP and then just instantly dying is really powerful. Certainly a good idea to go for it. This goes here, I guess. Just a defense shield. I'd rather have the AoE damage, I think. Another goblin camp, but I can't delete it, and I definitely want more HP, I think. I guess I could have waited with these rocks for a while until I got a delete card, but I think this is just fine. I still need to fill out this square and this square with something before the boss spawns. When the boss spawns, he spawn. If there isn't anything near the campsite, he'll put palace structures near it, which increases his damage and HP, and that's no bueno, not good. It's an okay ring. I think the one I have right now is probably slightly better. Oh, this rock should have gone there, huh? Cemetery can go there. Let's look at the art once again. Like blue colors here. Like grayish blue streaks here, which is used on the teeth as well, and the eye. And then this gold is actually just this yellow and some of these oranges and the I don't think, yeah, actually it is using this darker color, but because it has a black outline, it still comes off as a golden, like, ring piercing of some kind. And then you can see like the teeth still have like the same sort of colors as the skin. You know, they still look like teeth, which is like really impressive. Yeah, these hit hard and fast. You generally don't want to have them around. More counter, and I trade defense evasion. Or I trade vampirism and magic damage for the defense and evasion. I think that's good. I'm gonna take it. And like yet again, you've got this crazy like blue colors here. higher all damage, but I lose out on some HP. That's maybe worth it, actually. HP isn't all that important, so... Less damage. Yeah, it's just less damage and more survivability. It's not all that important. This grove I think I will place here. It's closest to me, and the same logic still applies. I want free resources without having to fight anything for them. Right, let's continue building on this treasury. Higher defense and damage to all, but I lose all of the counter innovation I have. Think not. You can only have one of these mountains, by the way. I found that out the hard way. Same logic still applies. Want free resources? Gimme. Higher defense, a lot more defense. I lose damage to all, I lose reach and attack speed, gain some, yeah, I think it's better. That's a lot of defense, and defense is quite good against these smaller mobs. Higher max HP, lower damage to all, but I gain a lot of evasion. Why isn't... This isn't spawning a chest. Because there are 3 road lanterns near this one tile where a chest could spawn. I've actually overplaced road lanterns here. This needed to be one step to the right. There can only be a skeleton in this cemetery now. So I have messed up. Max HP, damage to all. I get Vamp, but trade out the evasion. The evasion is worth a lot more, I think. So that's just a no-go. I'm not putting these in spots where I get adjacency bonuses. I just want to complete these treasuries and get good items. But maybe I should actually do more adjacency and wait with completing the treasury until I am about to summon the boss. Where am I? I'm down there. Yeah, let's wait a little bit with actually getting this treasury. Oh yeah, the blood grows spawn flesh golems from time to time. They're quite powerful, but I think the cool effect is still worth the flesh golem spawns. Higher damage. Trade damage to all for some defense. That's really good. Get a blood grove here. Slap down some meadows. Another blood grove. Guess I put it here because it touches 2 mobs there. You can put down another beacon somewhere, probably here, maybe? Right, I could Oblivion this to get a chest now instead of a skeleton, but it would mean that the boss gets a castle here, and I don't want that to happen. I think I'd rather just delete the goblins and accept that I messed up here. More goblins. Road lantern. Let's put that up over here, maybe. Can delete these goblins again. Put a battlefield over here, probably. Actually, I should put this here, I think, and just accept that this tile becomes a blood path, which can spawn blood clots, which are quite nasty. Because if I put this here, that means I've completed the circle around the camp, so I don't have to worry about the boss being buffed at all. I don't want to put down more cemeteries, so I'm just not going to do that. Right, when your inventory fills up, you forget about the last item that you had and it turns into resources. And the same goes for the cards. I don't know if I'd said that before. Full HP once again. I'm kind of strong, I think. 31 evasion, 8 counter. I have no vampirism, so I can't get HP back. This is really good. So now I have even more counter and lots of evasion. I feel strong. I need some vamp though for it to be really good. I gain a crap ton of defense with this shield, but lose damage. Sure. Now I can only put treasuries over here. Where am I? I am down there, so I can put a grove there. Let's try and spawn the boss. I think I've got it. Yeah, chests can be mimics, but it's still worth the risk of them becoming mimics, as the normal chests are quite good. This is lots and lots of AoE damage, but I lose evasion. It's probably not worth it. Let's put this here. Regen and vamp, but I lose counter and damage to all. I have quite a lot of counter already and no vamp, and I will probably need vamp just to get my HP back up by the time I get back to camp. This is the same thing except I lose the vamp, so it's a no-go. More damage, more defense, lose evasion and attack speed. Probably not worth it. It's not that much extra damage. Another battlefield. Let's put that here, I think. Cemetery there. This here. I'm looking for a rock or a mountain to put there to activate those meadows. Yeah, there you go. So now's a good time to activate this, huh? More defense. No, it's less defense in total, but I get evasion instead of magic damage and damage to all, which I think is better. So I could put this rock here for plus 10, 16 HP, or I could try and complete this treasury and get more gear. I think that's an obvious choice, right? Try and get more gear is better. Let's hope I can make it through this loop with most of my HP left, otherwise I'm gonna be a sad panda by the time I get back to the camp. Cemetery, may as well put it in front of me and gather some extra resources. That's a lot. 2 extra groves. Rocks next to rocks. It looks like I will probably get this treasury unless I get really unlucky. I don't, so... Another treasury. A counter ring. I need that 8% vamp though. Trade defense and evasion for attack speed and regen. The regen and defense are probably roughly equivalent. So do I like attack speed or evasion? The answer is evasion. H spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mobs. I like those odds, I think, but actually because I put the treasury so close to this road here, I need to get road lanterns and like blood groves and beacons and such. But maybe that's a good thing because now I've spread out, so I need 6 of the non-road side tiles. Guess we'll see. Come on, good loot. It's a level 4 ring, not good enough. A lot of extra land pieces. Another rock. Oh no, this can't be placed here. Right, beacons have to go even further back. I guess we'll see if I get 2 road tiles or not. 146 damage. Ow. Oh, but that's a lot of good loot. Right, flesh golems drop good loot. This is like 2 plus 2 damage on average. No, plus 9 because of the damage to all, and then some counter chance over the evasion and attack speed. I don't think this is better though. Attack speed, damage to all, magic damage, but I trade off my vamp, and I don't want to do that. This one is just a better version of what I already have in every way, so... Lower HP, but I get evasion vamp. I think this is worth it. Here's a road lantern, so that's close. I need one more road lantern or something. Ooh. Meadow got activated. Okay, 2 skeletons. One of you, give me a road lantern or something. Battlefield is actually just good enough, I think. Higher vamp, some counter. This is probably a better ring. Higher damage, counter for evasion, so that's kind of whatever. Wait, this was the one I already looked at. Rock probably here for the highest amount of HP that it can give. And some meadows here, I guess. 818 HP. I have quite a bit of evasion and counter. I do also have vamp, so I can regain some HP during this fight. I'm gonna risk it and hope that this works out in my favor. I have 20% attack speed aura. The boss dies the moment it reaches 15% HP or less. And once again, like, look at this art. Look at the freaking use of very few colors. It's so good. Like this bluish tint on the like pelt. It's the same bluish tint as the halo. This blue also appears in the halo, and same thing goes for these little blue pieces there. It's so good, honestly. Haven't I? Do you really? Don't think so. Oh yeah, that is proper English. Let's hope. 155 damage is quite a bit. I need some good counters and evades. That's one evade. Oh no. No. RNG, please. Okay, the third bar, by the way, is how your stamina, if that runs out and becomes orange. Oh, that's so close. The third bar here is your stamina. Every time you attack, dodge, or what was it called? To do a parry or reflect or whatever, it drains a bit of this bar, and when it runs out it turns orange and needs to refill completely, and while it's refilling you cannot evade or do a counter attack. If that's Sacker Bones, he's still here, by the way. Or I guess you already forgot about it. Boom. I just got a level 10 weapon and level 8 armor. I can stay here and keep on collecting resources, but the mobs become really difficult with each loop. And I don't want to risk losing anything, so I'm just gonna go ahead and retreat. So now I can unlock the refuge if I want for the rogue. Not quite actually, but it's not the demo version, so new stuff. This lets your hero level up, which is quite handy, so I'm gonna build it right around here maybe. You're missing an apostrophe and an S here. Or maybe she just forgot how to speak English. Herbalist Hut gives you potions, which is quite handy as well. Oh right, artwork. There's a lot of very few colors doing a lot of work here. Lots of wrinkles. But like you can notice oranges from here are appearing on the nose here, and the earrings. Just tons of overlap. This staff is partially made of the same colors as the skin, but you can like clearly tell that it's, you know, made out of wood. So now I can edit the deck a bit more. Villages combo with vampire mansions. Swamps, I'm not sure I want to. I don't want to run cemeteries because I don't like cemeteries. They just spawn difficult mobs to kill. And the skeletons only give like average rewards. It's not like the Blood Grove where the Blood Golem drops like 3 items and you know, they're all high level, high rarity and such. Then again, the Blood Golems are really difficult, but oh, whatever. But yeah, anyway, Vampire Mansion has a purpose again because of the village. I'm not sure what the Spider Cocoon really combos with. Maybe it would combo with the swamp somehow, but I don't see it. Anyways, this looks good. It certainly doesn't combo with the cemetery. Do the swamp and cemetery maybe combo? I have no idea. Let's just go to chapter 2. So you get 40% bonus resources, enemies have more abilities, they're no longer weakened, and they get 3% extra stats per loop. And that's about it. Oh, max resources is doubled, so I could stay here for a while and just farm if I really want to. Now I would like a weapon before I really commit to putting down anything, except for this battlefield. This battlefield can go down right around here, I think. So it spawns chest on this particular tile. But after the camp and here it doesn't do anything other than just spawn that. Do I prepare now with groves and such? Probably don't have to, right? I can put this grove here and collect a stick from it for free. And then put Blood Grove here and probably here. Here's a really good position too. Although 2 other tiles will already have been used up by then. Lots of good tiles for it anyway. Okay, there's a weapon. So now I have double damage. If I put this here, I can put a village here. It'll make it a little bit difficult though without a lantern. But I guess I can just put that down there to get this meadow. And then plan for a village here later on, as soon as I do have a lantern to sort of make it more manageable. Because when you put down a village next to a vampire mansion, it like you need to kill lots of ghouls in it for 3 loops in a row. It's 4 ghouls and a vampire each time, so you really want lanterns to just reduce the number of ghouls you have to fight all at once. Otherwise you're taking a lot of damage. This meadow doesn't really go anywhere, does it? Right, and you... these guys have abilities now and such. If I put a lantern here, it won't prevent a chest from spawning, which is good. Blood Grove can now go there. I have nothing I wish to remove. No mimic, good. Just loot. Better shield. It's a better chest. Right, they reduce armor, and then there's we've got armor reduction and bleed 0.6 until the end of battle. Defense is really good, but 10% counter is quite good too. Vampirism could be helpful. 2 defense at this stage of the game is quite a lot. I'll probably take it over the counter since there aren't any huge mobs yet that I really need the counter chance for. Try and build the mountain out of rocks because or the big mountain out of rocks because these mountains provide more HP. Let's put a grove here, I think. Actually, I should build this closer up here. So maybe like a grove here would be good. Yeah, because I can put a blood grove there and then affect any ghouls that I might summon there later on. And I also get a free early stick here. Another vampire mansion. I'm just gonna put this here, I think, just to surround the camp a bit more. That means I can actually put more meadows here, and this meadow will block another palace. No mimic? Good. So a shield, that's looking a bit better. Just a better weapon. Finally a village. You can see spawns up to 4 ghouls once per loop. After 3 loops it transforms into something useful, which just so happens to be basically the same thing as a normal village, except stronger. So I'm gonna fight 3 ghouls there due to this lantern. Higher damage, less evasion. It's probably fine. Another battlefield. I'm gonna put that here just so that I don't overlap, but I still get the extra chest. Another vampire mansion. May as well plunk that down here, I think, just to surround this camp even more. That battlefield, I can also place more meadows. Another road lantern. I could put that here. It'll mean that 2 slimes could spawn here, and then it prevents a chest from spawning there. I think I'd rather put the road lantern here. I just want to reduce the number of ghouls, and that's about it. So now it's just 2 ghouls and a vampire, which should be much more doable. Beacon. I have 2 spots left where I could put a beacon that will actually affect the camp, which is quite lucky. I guess I'll put it there. I can put the Meadow there. Right, and the vampire summons some bats after it gets low on HP. Oh, and that devours corpses, I guess. So here's a good place for this treasury. So that's one loop. 2 more, and I get a really good village. Might be worth taking a look at. Vampirism, which I don't have yet. Damage to all. I lose out on some damage though. Actually not that much. It's like 13 to 19 if you count the damage to all. I lose out on attack speed though. It's probably okay. It's higher survivability. Level 4 chest is just better than a level 3 chest with no modifiers on it. Another rock. Now I can delete a goblin camp. So level 5 axe better. This is like nearly... This is pretty good. I think I'll take it, honestly. Just higher base damage. Now I 3-shot instead of 4-shot, probably. Shot that. Trying to build this huge mountain out of normal rocks just to maximize the amount of HP I get out of this from all of the cards that I've drawn. There we go. If I can get another treasury and put that down there, I can sort of double tap whatever tiles I put between them. So let's try and do that. Another beacon. Here maybe, just to speed myself up. Level 5 chest a piece. Not very good, honestly. I lost a lot of HP there. Taking a lot of damage. Oh, by the way, the potions heal for 4%, and this blue little arrow thingy tells you when your hero will take it. So if it goes below the blue arrow, he'll automatically shug one. Rid of the goblins. This here probably. Get some free loot. Hopefully good loot. Slightly lower. Actually, no, it's just straight up better because of the magic damage and damage to all. Right. I can level up. I've forgotten about that. So you can click this button and you can pick a trait. Double regen at low HP is kind of useless when you don't have any regen at all. 10% chance to stun. 1 second stun is sort of like you're avoiding one hit, which can be, it's sort of like the final, you can, in terms of the final boss, it's kind of like I'm reducing his damage output by 10%, sort of ish, not really, but it's going to reduce the amount of damage I take by quite a bit against single big enemies. This is quite good though. Adds a lot of survivability. But it's not good against the final. Or actually, yeah, this effect I know actually works against the final boss because you receive the heal before, or you receive at least this phantom protection bar on the final boss. All damage to it is dealt ignoring defense, but against the boss has such high damage output that the defense barely even matters anyway. So this is kind of like just 65% more max HP against him. I think this is the way to go. And yeah, I mean, level 1 ring versus level 5 ring. What more can you do or expect? Another vampire mansion. I could put that here. It'll make me fight against vampires when I'm trying to kill the chests though, and I kind of don't want that to happen. So let's put a vampire mansion here and then have the idea of maybe building another village there. But I can skip out on it if I don't want to. And yeah, like this extra HP bar is so good. Like it has barely moved at all. And I have all of my normal HP just completely preserved. Level 4 shield, but it has regen and not much else. Level 4 sword, higher attack speed but lower damage, so whatever. I'm still looking for another treasury to put like here or here. Just regen. Put that there. This is the only spot for this unless I want to pop this, but I still want to wait for a treasury. Now the bar is almost completely depleted, but I'm like back at town. So it's like I lose no HP during each loop now. Okay, I can put this here. Which spawns a bandit camp, right? That's a thing. Let's just put meadows next to it, whatever. Bandits prefer villages, appears for every 2 village tiles. I believe this village, because I'm about to enter another loop, I only have to fight ghouls on this twice. I think that's how that's going to work out. So now this is a count's land. Village is thriving under the vampire's protection, and its inhabitants are very generous. Heals lots of HP when I enter it. Gives a quest which adds 200% bonus HP to a random mob. But when I kill it and return to this village, I get some really good gear. And now this extra HP bar has completely refreshed. Yeah, I guess Meadow there. Less attack speed evasion, but I get counter and vampirism. I think that's good enough. Just take... I can put this village here just to get a quest like immediately from it, and a minor heal, I guess, that I don't really need. Slam down another beacon. Guess there's a decent place. Finally a treasury. I will slam down that down right there. Level 8 weapon, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, it's just equip it right there. I don't want to put a vampire mansion here now because that's going to remove my quest. I can no longer get a reward from that. There really isn't a place where I want to put this vampire mansion, so let's just not bother. Flesh golem, let's see what great loot I get from this. Yeah, there you go. This is just a better version of the chest that I already have. Vamp and damage to all. It's a lot of defense as well. I think I prefer this chest a bit more though, since it has, or this shield a bit more since it has attack speed. But I also have this one. I'd rather have the vamp instead of the extra magic damage, defense, and attack speed, I think, because regen just straight up sucks. It's like actively bad. Not actively, but... Let's put this here, so now there can only be one rat wolf since 3 of these lanterns overlap that tile. There's a boss school over there as well. Rock over there for max HP. Let's get rid of that goblin place. I haven't encountered the bandits yet. I don't know how strong they are in comparison to goblins. I imagine maybe a bit stronger. Some ringing ear debuff. This can eat corpses, restoring 25% of its max HP, which is quite a lot because it has an additional 200% bonus to that right now. I can put a battlefield here. I think I'd rather put it here though, maybe. Because I can... Like if I put it here, I use these 2 tiles as well. So So I could just turn one wasteland spot. I guess I'm almost already done with this map though. Let's just put that there. Treasury there. Let's finish that off. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, actually. Quite a bit of waste from the boss. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. Whatever. I just realized that I don't have a grove there. I put the road lantern in the wrong spot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that at some point, huh? 10% chance to interrupt attacks. There's the Blood Grove. Now I just need a delete spell. Extra HP, damage to all. I lose the evasion though, so probably not worth it. Blocks here is fine. The mountain. Boss slime, huh? Oh right, I have damage increased by 20% of defense value. So right now that's like +3 damage, which is almost nothing. This is also almost nothing. This is almost completely irrelevant unless I'm trying to farm for a long time here, I guess, but it's almost midnight here. I need to go to bed at some point. So I can't sit and farm forever. So I guess I go with the minimal bonus damage. And I'll keep it somewhere in the back of my mind that, you know, every 5 points of defense is +1 damage. Less of all the stats that I care about. Lose vampirism, that's big no on both of them. Guess I put that there, I don't know. Meadow here, rock there, I think. Now I wait with cracking open these treasuries and don't make the same mistake as I did with this one. Oh, and once you empty treasuries, gargoyles start to spawn from them. So you kind of want to not... Like, gargoyles aren't difficult mobs by any stretch of the imagination, but... Yeah, so maybe it's completely fine to crack them early. I'm not sure. There's another village. Put that here and get another quest. Boss is almost about to be summoned, so I don't really feel the need to fight additional ghouls. Boss slime. The pinnacle of creation right there. There we go, Oblivion. Move that. Blood. This doesn't fucking do it, huh? I needed the Blood Grove there. I don't know why I thought I could place the Grove here. And then the Blood Grove there. I'm not sure why that was a thought that I had at some point. I guess it's late and I'm getting tired, maybe? I don't know. New quest, another boss slime. I guess I'll just put a Blood Grove there. It's not like it's gonna matter much anyway. I get it on the ghouls. That's something at least. Another road lantern. This is probably yours, yup. Road lantern there, I guess. I need another grove, there we go. So now I can put the grove there. And the blood grove there. So now I have cool effect on the boss. I have attack speed boost for myself. The boss doesn't get the vampirism from Vampire Mansions for some reason. I don't know why. I guess because it would be a bit too strong for the boss, maybe? I don't know. Quest completed. I might take this. It's less damage, but I get counter and vampirism, which is quite a bit better. It's also less HP, but I'm less concerned about that. Oh, and this got completed now. Great. This looks decent-ish, actually. Probably won't use it, though. Alright, now I'm getting to the point where mobs are starting to stack up and become really strong. So that shield won't last for an entire cycle anymore. Another blood grove. Where would I even put this? Here? Maybe? This rock can go here next to this mountain, give me even more max HP. Another grove, let's put it in front of me. That's a lot of defense, but defense doesn't matter against the boss, so whatever. I'm not noticing any like super remarkable, like you've got the patch there, which got the same color there. You've got like the skin color of this guy on the outline of the hood here, which also appears on, well, not this bright color, but like the hair here. It's got the same sort of color as the skin here. I guess this color on the nose is the same as the rim on the hood. Then it appears down here again. It's really well made. It's so good. Oh, it's a boss bandit. He has a chance to destroy an item when attacking. I believe that can only affect items in your inventory, but that's still sort of stealing your resources. Nah. That's quite a huge damage jump actually. I lose attack speed. Do I have lots of damage to all? Not really. I think I'll take this maybe. It's plus 10 to 16, which happens to be a plus 13 damage bonus, which happens to be quite a huge bonus. It's like almost 50% bonus damage, except I lose damage, the AoE damage, but the AoE damage matters less now. I lose the attack speed though. These are very close to equivalent. I think I'm just gonna keep my old weapon in that case. They're both level 8, so... So that has damage reduction on. Quest reward is looking kind of crap. It's only level 6, but I guess that's because this village is not a count's land. Less HP, which doesn't really matter much. Or I guess it does, but not as much as other stats, but it doesn't really have good stats anyway, so whatever. There. Be careful not to pop the treasuries just yet. Meadow, may as well put that there, right? I don't really have any good tiles left to put meadows on. I guess I'll put one here. Get this closer to completion. Do the same thing again. That's a lot of attack speed. 36 attack speed is a lot. But do I really want to trade 8 vampirism, all of the evasion that I have, and some counter? I'm not sure. Let's put the village there, closest to my character, where it won't prevent the spawning of chests. There, I guess. Okay, put this here, and then maybe something random will activate it on one of those tiles. I'm one tile away from activating both treasuries. New quest. Boss. Ratwolf. Do I activate the boss during this loop or the next one? Because I think I'm strong enough to fight at them. Extra damage, that's a lot of extra damage. I lose some attack speed, but that's fine. Oh, but I lose the damage to all again, which effectively makes the top weapon 27 to 37. Which is still worse. I have attack speed on this weapon as well. It's not as much, but I think this one is slightly better. I think I put this here. Got another grove that I could plunk down somewhere. Guess it goes like here maybe, and Blood Grove might go there, might not. Let's save this rock for activating the treasury so I don't have to rely on RNG once I do want to activate them. 14% evasion, this is like very, very close to being equipable, I think. 30 to 44. I lose the attack speed, gain the evasion. That's sort of the trade-off here. I think the evasion is so good I can't really pass up on it. It's just worse in every way, pretty much. Oh no. Boss Rat Wolf. There we go. I can place some of these down. Goblin camp. It's unfortunate. Max HP, trade counter and vamp for damage, evasion, attack speed. It is a lot of HP. Oh wait, no, they can totally destroy items that I have equipped. Okay, bandits are a no-go then. They just destroyed my ring. Hang on. That was a good ring, wasn't it? I have no more counter. Yeah, that's actually a disaster. So bandit camps have to be removed as soon as they appear. They have to be removed before goblins are removed. They're just that high of a priority in that case. So now I need to find a good ring, because 40% attack speed, while it's good, it won't cut it. Because this extra bar is, you know, like it can only go so far. Extra attack speed means I get less evades and such. Some extra vampirism is probably better than the attack speed right now. It's exactly one spot this treasury can go on. Oh crap, that spawns the boss. I wasn't paying attention. So now I guess I crack open both of these treasuries. Are there any more bandits on the way? Will I even make it over to there? I can put down this village and get 60 HP from it. Village there. There are no bandits on the way, because I believe the Count's land is immune to bandits because of the vampire living nearby. Let's wait with cracking these two open in that case. Just get extra HP. That's another ring. Less vampirism, regen now. Big no. Beacon. I guess it really doesn't matter, huh? I may as well put it out here to... Actually, no, I may as well put it here, maybe here, just to make this slightly easier to activate. Gargoyle shouldn't be a huge issue, unless it does become a huge issue. It deals a lot of damage. And I had some of my good gear destroyed. There's a blood golem up there, hang on. 195 HP here, 195 here. I might get some extra loot here. I guess this golem will give me some extra loot. Oh, vampire is on it as well. I think this might be it. Damn. I should have activated the treasuries earlier. Oh, I can't choose to take all. Costs 2 skulls, I guess, then. I just have to retreat and stop streaming then. Just a shame. But I learned something good here then. Bandits can in fact delete items that you are currently having equipped, and they need to be dealt with the moment that they appear. Farms are pretty good, I believe. All empty tiles around the farm are transformed into gardens. After an expedition, it gives you 1 ration for every completed loop, but not more than there are golden garden tiles around the farm. You can build something over the garden. Unlocks the ability to craft food if the supply depot is built. Unlocks the wheat field card. So building it here gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to build it here, but it won't let me for some reason. I guess it can only be built next to one of these. And because all of them are so far in, I guess I can dismantle the herbalist. Oh, I can upgrade buildings as well, huh? I can dismantle this and rebuild it further up, I guess. I want it like here or something, or maybe here. So let's see if I can do this. Field kitchen. It can only go... Here's actually a better spot then though, because I can build farm here, and that gives me 2, 4, 6, 7 extra field tiles. I love the lore of this, like you can just stop eating. And if you forget to eat, then that means you just don't need to eat. So you're not hungry because you're not paying attention to it. I love that you have to grow stable crops and whatnot, because otherwise the food will just disappear if you stop paying attention to it. It's such a weird mindfuck. It's like this entire world is quantum. Like you've got quantum food. If you stop looking at it or paying attention to it, it just disappears. I guess everything is kind of like that. And yeah, there's no sunlight. And I guess that's also partially due to nobody really paying attention to the sun. So it just doesn't exist, maybe? I have no idea. Then gymnasium, I kind of want to upgrade if I can. Oh, it requires a crap ton. So I basically shouldn't really worry about upgrading stuff yet. Can't be destroyed, but its inhabitants will gladly move to better housing if you build it. So I now have wheat fields, which increase the effect of villages, but building too many villages is actively bad now if you don't have Oblivion cards. And this increases the healing that I get from villages, but spawns a scarecrow every 4 days, but the scarecrow is not that difficult to fight. Unlike the blood grove. The blood golems, they give such good loot though, and the cull effect is so good on the boss, I can't pass up on it. But yeah, definitely Oblivion and Village needs to work, both of them need to work together. I'm just gonna have to accept goblins from time to time, I guess, unless I get a lot of Oblivions for some reason. But yeah. That's gonna have to be it, because it's midnight. Bye bye.